Hey guys, how's it going today? We're going to be playing some Fire Emblem Blazing Sword. No, not Blazing Sword. Sacred Stones. I'm stupid. Alright, we're going to be playing some Sacred Stones, and now that we have that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and roll right on into what exactly we're doing here. So, we're going to be doing a grab bag between myself, my brother, and my sister in Fire Emblem 8. So, what's going to happen is we already pre-selected all of our characters. I am going to record the first two chapters here for the first episode. I'm going to record the next two chapters, next two chapters, next two chapters, up until the point where we have the Tower of Volney unlocked, and then we're all going to come together, talk about how it's been going down between all of us, all of our different playthroughs and stuff like that. Brian and myself are both in an Iron Man, so all of the characters that die are gone. We can't come back and try to redo any of it. They're just dead. Elizabeth, she hasn't actually played too much of the Fire Emblem series. We told her if she ends up losing a unit, feel free to go ahead and load a save state. So just drop save states and load them back whenever. Her point is that she's just supposed to enjoy it and try to feel out the characters that she's using. Brian and I have played through this game ridiculous numbers of times. So we went ahead and we selected characters, she selected characters, and everything like that. So she's got it easy. She can choose whichever gun which she's going to play. Brian and I are both going to be playing on the normal difficulty. And what we have here is the Discord is what I have open currently. So yep, all my Discord friends and stuff like that. And this is the chat that I have going with both my sister and my brother. And he set up a selection thingy. I forget what the name of this place is. He linked it. I can open it and figure out what it was, but I'm not going to do that right now. So he went ahead and he set it up so that way all of us have the option of using Orson for the one chapter that you're able to use him. All of us can use Irika, Ephraim, and then Myrrh and Tethys are also usable. However, for this, we have banned the use of exploits. So Brian and I were doing an Iron Man anyway. We can't save state. But in addition to that, we also cannot try to cheese it to give Tethys the Demon Stones, and we can't use that same exploit to try to repair Myrrh's Stone either. So we're not allowed to do that. So we went ahead and started claiming them. So Beth got to pick first, Brian picked second, I picked two, went back to Brian, and then two on Beth. So it basically went from the bottom, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So Brian was in the middle of us. So we each picked two and he picked one. So to start off with, Beth took Ross, Brian took Vanessa, I took Colm. Didn't realize we were doing two at mine at first, so he next asked who my next one was. Took Natasha. Brian took Artur, and he started like putting them in this and like picking them back and forth. So Beth took Cormag and Gilliam. Brian took Franz. I took Lute and Mulder. Brian took Amelia. Beth took Dozla and Ewan. Brian took Garrick. I took Nemi and Joshua. Brian took Renek. Beth took Garcia and Tana. He took Lara Chell. I took Kyle and Ford. Brian took Innes. Beth took Seth and Selah. He took Duzel. And then I took Marissa and Null. And then I think Brian ended up getting stuck with... Who was the other one? Brian got stuck with... is it Serene? Nobody uses her. She was the last pick. Literally the last pick. So this ends up being what we are using here. So we all get to use these 5 characters here. I, in particular, get to use Colm, Natasha, Lute, Mulder, Nemi, Joshua, Ford, Kyle, Marissa, and Null. Brian gets to use Vanessa, Artur, Franz, Amelia, Garrett, Renek, Lara Chell, Innes, Dussel, and it's Serene or Serena, one of the two. And then Beth gets Ross, Cormag, Gilliam, Dozla, Ewan, Garcia, Tana, Selah, and Seth. I was going to try to lock them out of all of the mages and then both of the thieves. So the rule that we have set is that you are allowed to use these characters, they just can't ever level. So if you wanted to, you could use Seth early game to take out some like issue enemies and stuff like that if you happen to not have any characters from the early game. I took Colm and Natasha right away because they were fairly early and I wanted one of my healers. And then they continued to not take any of the characters that are released given to you immediately. So Beth's first character she gets to use is Ross, and then she doesn't get a character, or we should get Ross and Garcia, and then she doesn't end up getting a character I think until Tana. Oh no, Gilliam. She's got Gilliam. Never mind. Yeah. So she's fairly fine. She's got heavy armor right away, and then she's got heavy hitters too right away. And then Brian gets who's the first one he gets? He gets Franz and Artur. So I mean, like he's fine fairly early on too. And then I just have like all of the other early game characters, like all 6 of them. And then I took Kylan Ford just because after I got these 6 here, I was perfectly fine with whoever else they wanted to leave me with. And I just thought it would be funny if I took both of the other Cavaliers and did give them to him. And then Marissa, no, I'm surprised Marissa got left so long, but she's a little bit of a later game gain, and I actually like Joshua a little bit better, but she can become an assassin too, so it's fine. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into the game here. So we're gonna start playing here. This is being played on an emulator as well, so I can very quickly skip through everything if I wanted to. And I will just remove my mouse from the screen and we'll get going. This has got all the opening screen and everything for all the characters, like Joshua. And then all of the demons. Ooh, drama. There's all of the individual people who are all connected. That's not the opening that I want, but if you don't love this opening, you're in the wrong video. Alright, so we're not going to go ahead and watch through all of that. We're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to be playing on normal. I don't think anybody was going to play on difficult, really, but play on normal. Suspended data will be lost, yep. So we got the Follow Renee. So I'm not going to go through and read all of the other stuff. We're just playing the game for itself. Spirit mankind appealed to the heavens, and from binding light came hope. Sacred stones. 5 glorious treasures held the power to dispel evil. It's kind of hard to read the larger text when it's all pixelated on my screen because it takes up a lot of space. Peace would not last. The continent of Magville. We're not reading through all the storyline. We're just going to be playing the game. However, since it's only the first 2 chapters, it's going to be fairly quick of an episode, and then all of the subsequent ones. Unless I decide that I'm going to try my luck a little bit on the arena. Might end up like GBA closing out of the game for the arena a little bit. Most quickly behind me. Yep. So we're fleeing the castle. We're being chased. She gets a rapier. Brandon also played a randomizer for this, so that like all of the stuff that happened was just entirely random. It's funny. Frick it. I just die on the first chapter anyway. Cool, so she owned him. I think I don't get the chance to take this forest. Yeah, he takes it. You'll be the first to die. Oh no. Oh, cool. He missed. And then I wait. Since he didn't hit me on the first turn, he's dead no matter what. It sucks to waste a rapier on these guys, but it's fine. Alright, house skill, luck, and defense. Alright, so that's a prologue completed. Not difficult, like, in any way whatsoever. I will have to constantly reference which characters are actually mine. I don't think I get any characters on this one, do I? Yeah, I don't get either of these 2 characters. So this is all Irika XP then. Well, should be mostly Irika XP. Set both of these guys up here. Give him the lance. He should be fine right there. So I'm gonna have her here. kill him. Level 3, health, strength, skill, speed, luck. Nice. Lovely level up for her. Not even gonna put him where he can be hit. Nope, they went for friends. That's unfortunate. Just gonna have him wait. Friends, stop it. You're not allowed to level up. Honestly, if Franz dies, it doesn't even matter. Alright, so he's deaded. Yeah, Franz is being a little bit of a dink, stealing XP from me. Give her another vulnerary. Alright, then we got more guys coming in. I'm just gonna set these guys up here. So Franz basically can't even fight anybody else, because if he gets a kill, he levels up. So I can't even, like, let him be out in the open at all. Come get me. Down. Down. How's skill, speed, and defense? Already gave the sword, right? Yeah, good. She's gonna stand there. She won't be doubled. He does double. And then kill him off. And then we'll wait on this one right here. I always forget sometimes which people the AI are actually going to prioritize. I'm surprised the Lance user didn't prioritize her over Franz, but oh well. I just want to make sure I keep Seth close enough to help out. Kill him off. So she'll level partway through fighting him then. Unless I only finish him with her. But if I do level her off with him twice, it should be really good. You don't have anything other than that iron, right? Yep. Alright, we'll wait right there. I played this game enough, and I should be able to be careful enough not to get any of... get game over, like, before we actually get anywhere near the part of the game we want to be playing more. Got 5,000 gold. And now we're playing the second chapter. Alright, so I now have Mulder, and Vanessa is not my character. Alright, so I have a healer, and that appears to be it. So this is going to be... oh, this is going to be Ide, right? Yeah. So, I literally just get my main character for this. Nobody else is allowed to level up. Alrighty then. Second chapter, here we go. So nobody else is allowed to level up. Doesn't mean I'm not allowed to use other characters, and it doesn't mean I'm not allowed to kill with them. So I'm going to rescue Ross here real quick. Sit down right here. Mulder doesn't need to heal anybody yet, so we're going to go and visit. Get an elixir. We don't actually need it, but it's fine to have. Prioritize staying on the forests. And I want other characters, like, close and available to help out. Yeah, since we're not doing, like, the grab bag or anything else. Or we're not doing a randomizer. We don't have to worry too much about a lot of the stuff. Alright, so set Ross down there. And then come up right here. Then Mulder comes down. Instead Franz did this, because he essentially can't fight anybody. So there. Oh, I could have healed him. Oh well. He just got nice, good. So this is all Irika XP then. And I have the first healer of the game, so I can actually just have Molder sit behind and keep her healed while she destroys everybody. Alright, well, Garcia's not in any trouble. I don't think he usually kicks ass like that. I'll have the Rapier out. I don't want to have that out. Alright, Ross, you need to go hide. Friends, you can get away as well. I've never had to feed all of the characters just to Irika. I've always had, like, one of the other people in use. I think I can probably just cheese them trying to attack Molder this whole time. She just had a lance. I don't think I have any axe users early on. Oh, and paladins in this one don't get axe. Do I even have an axe user at all? I don't have a single axe user. Not in the entire game. I didn't realize that at first. That's funny. What do I want to take? I'm going to take... Alright, sword. Let me get this out of my way. I'll just take another one for safety. Just because I have, like, only sword users through most of the game. I don't know if I'm going to need him to rush down. Hopefully I won't. Alright, so now I have Garcia over here. So he'll be able to defend as well against these brigands, just in case that becomes a problem. I think if I put her here, they'll default to trying to come after her. I'm gonna leave Seth there. Yep, so he comes after her. I'm gonna go right here and wait. Let's see. I didn't kill you. Actually, he can get on that forest, right? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna set Molder here. He should prioritize hitting Molder. Yep, and he missed. Cool. That means I can take the hard XP here. Strength, skill, and defense. He can go after Molder, unfortunately. I don't want to do this then. I'm gonna take Molder away. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so if I put him here, he'll be safe from that hit. Brings Seth down here. I forget what's in this. Pure water. Not really worth it, but whatever. Alright, nobody's in danger of dying, so we'll just end. Yeah, I figured he would do that. Kill you off real quick. Cool. Alright, so that ends up being the end of Chapter 1. So I will have the links to both Brian's and Beth's channels and the videos in the description. So we should have all of these like pre-recorded. Like I'm going to have this episode done, and then I'll have the next episode done, the next episode, so that whenever they get their first episode ready to go, I'll just link over to them so you guys can head over there. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. I don't like asking for crap. Anyway. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully, the series ends up being somewhat enjoyable, and hopefully, I end up being best at the game as well. Because I just realized that I was like, yeah, I took most of the early game units, but they have most of the units from chapters 1 and 2 anyway. So, all right, we'll go ahead and save up here, and we'll call it good.